Hey there, it's been a while since I have done an update. And so I wanted to come on today and share a couple different things happening and going on. And hopefully it's helpful. I'm on this really low chair because my other chair was too high. So I'm sitting on my feet. Hi, my name is Erica Torres Duziak. And if you've been following me, it's going to be 2 years since I've explanted my breast implants. So in May, we're going to be coming up on 2 years. And then I did a fat transfer to the breast in September of 2018. So it's been well over a year for that. And just want to share a couple updates. So if you're following me for the aesthetic reasons, I'm going to give you some updates there. And if you're following me for my health journey, I'm going to give you some updates there. So let's start with the aesthetic reasons. First of all, I've gotten quite a few messages around the fat transfer. And I want to say this first and foremost. If you have not had breast implants before and you are considering doing a fat transfer, you are going to keep much more than I kept in my first surgery, because when you are getting your implants taken out, it creates a gap, a hole. And when they do the fat transfer, they have to fill the hole first, and there's only so much they can transfer in one procedure. So I kept, I don't know, let's say 3/4 of a cup. That's really not that much, but it was enough for me to feel like I went from no breast to having a little bit of breast. And I had some people just say, wow, that's not a huge difference. And no, it's not a huge difference to you, but it is a huge difference for me in being able to wear bras and, tricks to the eyes, I guess. But many of the people that have contacted me have never had breast implants before. So you're going to have a much greater difference, a much more significant difference. And I would recommend you checking out realself.com. That's where I found a lot of women who had fat transfers to the breast. They never had implants before, and you can get a better idea of those kinds of results. For those of you who've had implants, I've heard that you haven't had a lot of videos to really help guide you to see where things can land. So that's why I wanted to do an update on these videos. So I wanted to share something that the doctor did tell me would happen when I had a fat transfer, which are the lumps. So today I'm not wearing like a supportive. I don't have any kind of, what do you call it? I'm wearing a sports bra and I don't have any padding. So it is what it is in here. But I will tell you, when I push down in both of them, I have these hard lumps. And it's just where I think it's like scar tissue or how it healed. When I say lumps, I'm talking like this one feels like a marble in there. This one feels like I got like a huge marble in there. So I don't know if that's something to consider as you're considering this procedure, but it doesn't feel good. And I don't think there's much I can do about it. But I'm talking hard, funky lumps that are in here. So something to note, something to consider. So that's it from the aesthetic part of it. Now let's talk about the health journey. So the main reason that I explanted was because I wasn't able to exercise and for gut stuff. I thought it would really improve my gut health. And what I want to tell you is, again, it'll be 2 years this May 2020 since I explanted, still not really exercising or able to exercise. And I'm just going to be completely honest, I don't see a huge difference. Now I know for those of you, and I did have saline and they were put in 17 years ago. I'm aware that there are some women who have had silicone or they've ruptured or they've had other things and they've been able to see a negative result within a couple months. That was not my case. I never had any significant negative results from implants. As I started doing research and seeing how people had breast implant illness, I was like, well, what is that? And I had so many different things happening, from genetic stuff to, not being able to detoxify as well as maybe some others. Anyway, so I knew it wasn't 100% thing that it could help me, and I'm still hoping that it improves, but I'm just going to be honest that I haven't seen a huge improvement. So it just is what it is. And so do I think sometimes maybe I wish I didn't have them taken out, because I don't know, maybe I could have tried all these other things I'm trying and could be feeling just as good or the same. I don't know. So it is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. It's frustrating to know that I went through all of that pain, um, money, getting the fat transfer, and not really feeling much better. But what I am choosing to do is focus on the progress and what is going better, and I'm moving forward with that. So one of the things I've tried that I like is colostrum. So colostrum, I don't know if you've looked it up. If you've tried it, let me know. Put it in the comments. Colostrum is good for so many different things. I mainly wanted to take it to help seal and heal the gut lining. And it also helps with inflammation, and it also has antibacterial properties. So I'm going to say for somebody who would consider themselves a little sensitive, and what I mean by that is when you take things, you have a much greater impact than somebody else. That's me. So I've seemed to find what the health issues manifest as, and then when I go to take the treatment, my body is like, yeah, no, it knocks me down. So I don't want to get too far into a rabbit hole, but I'm just going to say that things I've tried before for the gut have been unsuccessful because they've knocked me down. And when I say knock me down, what I mean by that is no energy for like a month. I'm not saying like a day or 2 days. I'm saying for like a month. So this has been something that's been helpful. I have a friend who has a company called Alternative Wellness Solutions. And so I was using another colostrum that was dairy derived. This is blood derived. So it's serum derived bovine, immunoglobulin G. And you're supposed to take a scoop of this, you mix it in with something, and all I'll say is I was taking the dairy-derived one, and it was just knocking me down. And this one is not from dairy. And I will say I usually can't do dairy, and the dairy-derived one didn't give me any kind of gastro issues, but it just knocked me on my butt. This one, I was able to tolerate it for longer, but I'm now back down to a half because it also knocks me out. So I have to take a binder with that. What I mean by a binder is I take a coconut activated charcoal to help bind anything that shouldn't be in there and release it, and then I feel better. And I mix this with this, which is GlutaShield from Orthomolecular, and this has L-glutamine and aloe vera and other things to help seal the lining of the gut. And then I was like, why not throw in there some collagen? So I've added that in there, and I mix that with this. Usually I like the coconut almond better, but they were out, so that's just unsweetened almond milk. And I shake it up and I drink that, and it tastes delicious, and I think it's helping. So just wanted to share that. I'm not giving any advice. I'm just telling you what I take, and put in the comments if you've tried some of these things. The other thing I'm going to do, and I'm super excited about it, is I'm going to try ozone therapy. Have you tried it? Let me know if you've tried it. So I'm actually going to be doing a combination of ozone therapy with UVB light therapy. And the reason I'm going to be doing this is I've been research and found some people who've had EBV virus, which I never had mono when I was younger, but they have found, I guess through some blood tests, that I have EBV, whether it's active, inactive, I don't know. But there has to be some reason that I haven't really seen a resolution of my symptoms. And I know people mention, oh, you're still healing. It's going to be 2 years and I feel like I'm at the same space. So there has to be some progress when the body's healing, right? So I know that there are different factors that go into this. And so I read that ozone therapy, so that's when they take your blood out of your arm and then they infuse it with ozone. Don't ask me what that is. I don't really understand the process. I've read it a couple times. I'll put a link to where I'm going so you can read more about it. I'm sure they offer it in different places. But then when you're mixing that with UVB light therapy, and that's where they take the blood out your arm and they run it through a machine that's putting UVB light on it. Anyway, this is all supposed to help your immunity. It's supposed to kill viruses and bacteria. It's supposed to help with hopefully my white blood cell count. And I don't know. It says it's supposed to do all these sorts of things. And I've read other people did it and it helped. And so we'll see. It's definitely not a cheap thing. So I will keep you posted. I'm super excited. And so I have one other update that I'm not going to share today, but I'm going to share the next time. And it is something that I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I don't really believe it myself. And you're probably not going to believe it when it comes out my mouth. And some of you might be irritated with me or mad at me, and that's okay because we're all on our own journey and we're not going to judge each other because we're in our own life and doing our own thing. It's not about me getting another surgery, although I do want to get another fat transfer. I'm going to put that out there. So that's not what my update's going to be about, but I'll share with you the next time. So the next time I do a video, I'm going to update you on the ozone therapy, and I'm going to update you on this other thing that I'm excited to tell you, but hasn't started yet. So until then, if you've tried anything I mentioned today, please put in the comments. It's great when we share information with each other. I'm learning things with your comments. You guys are learning things and sharing information that's out there. So it's really great when you're sharing important stuff that you've tried before. So let's keep it positive. Let's keep it loving. And I look forward to connecting back with you soon. Give me a few weeks. All right.